Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 4 Cents with Preston and Devin. This is episode 2.
Yeah, that's our second ever episode.
We're really doing it.
Yeah, we're really doing it. We're consistent, kind of. So,
Kind of.
It's been a week and a half since we last filmed. Well, since we last uploaded. Probably be 2 weeks. I don't know when we'll upload, but yeah, last episode we felt like it went really well. Nobody commented anything, so we never found out how fast Interstellar 2 went. I was kind of.
Oh, my dad did.
Oh.
Well, he didn't comment, but
Okay.
because I don't know if he knows how to use YouTube at all. But shout out to my dad. You're
Yeah.
awesome. But he did calculate it. It was so the Voyager 2 was moving at 29,898 miles per hour
Yeah.
for 42 years.
Yeah.
But then I asked him if he accounted for leap years, and he said no. He recalculated. It added about 240 miles per hour.
Wow. Yeah, that's insane. Thanks, Preston's dad. For all the rest of you that watched and didn't comment, maybe you'll get a shout out next time. We want commenters. We want to interact with you guys. So, thank you, Preston's dad. That is insanely fast, and wow.
Cool. Well, let's jump into some new topics.
Yeah.
Do you want to get started, or do you want me
Yeah.
to?
I'll get started. I think Lamar Jackson is so good, and but not only is he so good, but like right now, I think he's probably the best dual threat quarterback that has ever played the game. And I think that even if he couldn't run the ball, he'd still be a great quarterback. The comparison that everybody makes is Lamar Jackson to Michael Vick. Through their first 2 seasons, like their second season stats, and Michael Vick was a Pro Bowler his second season. Okay.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler his second season. These were his stats. He passed for 196 yards per game. He rushed for 52 yards per game. He had a completion percentage of 55%. He had 16 passing touchdowns through 15 games.
So like the full season.
Like the full season. 8 interceptions, so like a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. 81.6 passer rating. I don't actually know what that number means, but I know that the higher it goes, the better. And I know that like 138.6 is perfect.
Yeah,
or something
like
like
maxes out at some random.
Yeah.
Some weird ratio.
Yeah, so it's something crazy like that. Averaged 6.9 yards per carry and had 8 rushing touchdowns through 15 games.
Wow.
In every stat, Lamar Jackson is better.
What?
Every single stat, Lamar Jackson is better in his second year. And Lamar Jackson is probably going to be the MVP this year, but 220 passing yards per game, 80 rushing yards per game, 67% completion percentage. That's like one of the tops in the league as a thrower.
That's crazy.
Like, Michael Vick only passed 60% twice.
That's 2 out of 3 every.
Yeah.
Like 2 out of 3 passes.
And when you consider the fact that like some of those are throwaways and some of those
Wow.
are drop balls, like he is incredibly accurate. Michael Vick only got over 60% twice in his career, and it wasn't when he was the running threat that he was with Atlanta. It was after the when he came back with the Philadelphia Eagles. He passed 60% twice, and it was like 60.5%, which is still good. Like, but 6 rushing touchdowns through 11 games, 24 passing touchdowns through 11 games, and 5 interceptions. So like, literally, and 7.1 yards per carry. So like, basically the same quality of runner as Michael Vick, just more rushing attempts.
Yeah.
But
and Michael Vick isn't like the greatest quarterback ever.
no, but as far as like dual threat standards
he's probably
go,
the best
like,
to compare.
Yeah.
What Lamar Jackson is doing.
Yeah, and he beats Michael Vick in every category, and that's their second year comparisons. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just suddenly become a huge Baltimore Ravens fan,
No.
but I like Lamar Jackson. He's fun to watch. Like, it seems like every single game he has like a 40 or 50 yard run that
like,
he just breaks out
like
like 2 or
top
3
10 for
spin
sure.
moves, a stiff
It's
arm.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I was actually just watching some highlights.
Really?
Lamar Jackson highlights this
well, the
morning.
crazy thing is too, and I don't think it's talked about enough, is their defense is actually like really good. Like,
they're
it wasn't good at the
competitor.
beginning of the season, but for the last like 6 games, they've shut down some good offenses. So,
all right,
yeah,
my first cent today is completely different topic, which
Yeah.
is how we like it.
Yeah.
Breakfast cereal.
I just had a bowl of Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, it was perfect. I came over. I already knew what we were going to talk about.
My bowl's literally right here. So
I already knew what I was going to talk about. Devin had no idea, but he just prepped perfectly.
Intuition.
So I can eat breakfast cereal every single day, probably for the rest of my life. Maybe not every single meal for the rest of my life, but every single breakfast definitely. Like I just love breakfast cereal, and I was thinking about it, and I broke it down into 3 characteristics that make a good breakfast cereal. I want to see if you agree with me.
Okay.
So the first one is the level of crunch.
So crunch factor.
The crunch factor.
Crunch factor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second would be the flavor.
Flavor.
It's gotta have a good flavor. It can't be too sugary, and it also can't just be too like
Cheerios.
bland.
I don't like
It can't
Cheerios.
just taste like grass or something. And also part of that flavor, it has to kind of give the milk a little bit of flavor. So
when you drink the milk, it kind of tastes like what you just ate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it can't be too much because you don't want the milk to be like so sweet that you're like getting cavities just from drinking. And then the third factor would be like how quickly it becomes soggy in the milk, which is kind of related to the crunch factor.
Yeah,
right?
but
The
there's
crunch factor is going to go down as the sogginess goes up. That just
but there's also like a good. I would say that there's like, depending on the cereal, there's like a good sogginess level, if that makes sense. Like when you eat Reese's Puffs, for instance, I'm gonna use that because that's what I just ate. When you eat Reese's Puffs, like if you pour the milk and start eating and you don't, like, it's a pet peeve of mine, but I have to like push all the Reese's Puffs under the milk because they have to be soggy.
They have to get a little bit soggy.
Yeah, they have to get a little bit soggy. So like, and I think with every cereal there's a different balance because like soggy. Like I would rather eat soggy Reese's Puffs because I know that they're gonna maintain their crunch factor longer. But like, Frosted Mini Wheats, for example, like once those get soggy, like they're just miserable. Yeah, it's miserable. And then like, or like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like when the Cinnamon Toast becomes floppy, like real bread, like wet bread. Yeah, that's gross. Exactly. So I would agree with you. I think that's
those are like the 3 factors. And so just based on that, I was thinking my favorite cereal is Honey Bunches of Oats.
Okay.
And they're crunchy. They're soft enough that you can just eat them like just as a snack or like dry if you really wanted to. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right. Like a little bit of sogginess is good, but they do get soggy a little bit faster than some cereals.
That's the only beef
so
I
you
have
kind
with
of
it.
have to.
You gotta eat. Like you gotta be dedicated. You gotta be dedicated to that bowl of cereal.
Focused on your breakfast.
Yeah.
And as soon as you pour that milk in, you got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
But I think they leave the milk just sweet enough, like a little bit sweeter than it originally was, and I like the flavor. I feel like they're at least a little bit healthier than some options.
I would say that my favorite's probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's good.
And that's like probably too sweet overall in general. Probably like not good for you, but I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like the cinnamon milk, like a lot of people like the Cocoa Puffs, how they make it chocolate. Like the cinnamon is like.
I think that's good.
Yeah, cinnamon. That's probably my favorite. But I would agree. I think you could probably grade cereal from now on. Make a scale.
Yeah, we'll probably create some kind of scale and go around the grocery store and like slap the different ratings on the boxes. That way,
the 4-cent rating.
Yeah, this is the 4-cent, the Preston and Devin rating of how good this cereal is.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. Maybe we'll help some inexperienced cereal purchasers.
Yeah.
Make
There's a lot of
decisions.
people in the world that don't have access to cereal like we do. So maybe they come over. They
our
want to know.
responsibility to help them.
They need to know because maybe they like sogginess or maybe they don't like milk at all.
It's true. There are some people that like the sogginess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to my second scent.
Yep.
Our third scent for this episode.
Yep.
It's another article. I love finding odd articles or interesting articles. This one, I've got it pulled up on my laptop.
Yeah.
The title is "Man Complaining of a Stuffy Nose Had a Tooth in His Nostril for 20 Years." We're not gonna read the whole article. I wrote down some highlights.
Okay, let's hear the highlights.
This guy's 30 years old. He's in China.
Oh gosh.
He was experiencing. He couldn't sleep very well. He had like this gross
For
smell.
20 years or like
Just like just recently, probably within the last 5 to 10 years. It doesn't say specifically,
Okay.
but he was having trouble sleeping. He was smelling an odd odor, and so he went to the doctor, thinking that he just had some kind of blockage in his nose or
Yeah.
something. Well, they did an X-ray and there was a tooth.
like up here
In his
or
nostril
like
somewhere.
well, oh,
It didn't
gosh.
show. It doesn't show like a picture of the X-ray on this article, so I'm not sure exactly where it was. But
yeah.
it had been there 20. They knew it was there for 20 years because when this guy was 10 years old, he was at a shopping mall, and he fell from the 3rd floor.
What?
Like this little 10-year-old
Yeah.
kid fell from the 3rd floor, and he landed on the ground, and 2 of his teeth popped out, and they found one of them, like right next to him, but they couldn't find the
What?
second. They never found it, and they just thought, oh, maybe it just went flying
Yeah.
off, or
Yeah. Oh,
maybe
well.
he swallowed it, or
Yeah.
Well, 20 years later, they found it in his nose. And apparently this happens every once in a while. Like, he's not like the only case. The article talks about between 0.1 and 1% of the world's population will probably or has experienced this.
Well, there's
phenomenon.
no way it's 1% because that's 1 in 100. I would believe 0.1. I don't even know if I believe 0.1. Like maybe 0.01. But like
I don't know.
that's
man.
insane, man. That's crazy. Holy cow! I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, so he started smelling it because it started like decaying or something, and so like he was noticing like
Because it
this
didn't
odor.
decay the first 10 years, or
Like bones are
Yeah.
bones are pretty
yeah, but
like sturdy.
yeah, and I guess
They're
there's
gonna
not
decay
sugar
quite
going
as
up your
fast.
nose or anything like
Yeah,
that.
so-
Like,
Anyway, I
Wow.
thought that was awesome.
that's insane.
Yeah, not really awesome for that guy. Like, I'm glad they got it out. Quick 30-minute procedure or something. They pulled it out, but
Did he
So-
put it under his pillow for the tooth fairy? Does
I
it
don't
still
know.
count if it's been in your nose for 20 years?
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you still get like 50 cents or something from your tooth fairy.
Oh man, more like you had to pay $5,000 or however much his procedure was, but
Anyway,
Holy cow.
I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty interested in like odd medical anomalies,
yeah.
and so when I saw that, I knew I had to bring it up with you. All right, what's your
Okay.
second set? Then?
All right. So week of Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, like Christmas is great, but like Thanksgiving, getting the family together, like you're not worried about presents, you're being grateful for
Right.
things, and then the food. Like Thanksgiving is like almost the best holiday. Like I'm not gonna be like blasphemous and like piss off everybody that says that Christmas is the best holiday. Thanksgiving is like either tied or maybe a little better. Thanksgiving food is the best.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving
Oh
food
yeah,
for
stuffing.
a while.
Can I just bring up stuffing?
What's your top? So I know you don't like warm fruit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I hate warm fruit. I don't know why.
like apple pies. Not.
Well, it's warm fruit that's like bigger than probably like a raspberry. Like all like Marionberry, raspberry, blackberry pies, those are good, or cobblers.
Because at that point it's like a Jello, or it's like
Yeah,
it's like
it's
a
not-
or jelly or jam or like preserved like it's preserves
Yeah.
like.
I don't know how to describe this, but yeah, I don't
So he
like
doesn't like apple pie.
apple pie, even like peach cobbler. Like the taste is really good, but just the texture of the big,
Like warm fruit.
yeah, the
Stringy.
big warm peaches
Yeah.
just throws me off a little bit.
Yeah.
I have to have like a lot of ice cream with cobbler if I'm eating
Yeah.
like a peach or an apple pie
Mhm.
or cobbler.
Yeah.
So you want my top 3?
Just your top foods in general, man, because there's so many
Okay.
good Thanksgiving foods. We just want to talk about Thanksgiving food, and I want to know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is, because I don't even like. Man, I think like one is my favorite, and then I'm like, oh man, but that, and then that. So let's hear
Yeah.
yours first.
Well, the
Let's-
next thing too is that I feel like as you get older, your taste matures a little bit.
Yeah.
So if I was like when I was 10, my favorite food, my favorite Thanksgiving food, other than dessert. Like you
Yeah.
have to say like
Because
dessert is
dessert's
obviously
different.
gonna
Yeah,
be.
like for dinner, like the
Yeah.
dinner portion. Yeah.
When I was 10, I probably would have said mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes is probably still in my top 3 or 4.
Yeah, mashed potatoes is still my favorite food.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now, stuffing.
Stuffing.
I don't know why.
The
Just
thing,
a good stuffing. Oh,
I'm gonna surprise you.
so good.
Probably either my favorite or like one of my favorites is green bean casserole. Green bean casserole is so good, and not many people. It's like salt and vinegar potato chips.
Yeah.
Like not many people like it. So if you're the one that likes it, like, and they bring it, then you basically have it all to yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I
Green
feel
bean
like there's a lot of
casserole's-
people that don't like stuffing though. Along those same lines.
Really,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can like consciously remember anybody that has ever told me they don't like stuffing.
Well, it's one of those foods that people do. It's not the one that like green bean casserole. People like dislike that,
Yeah.
right? There's like a lot of people that will just totally pass on that
Yeah.
when it comes by. Stuffing, most people will take some, but they usually
They're not gonna hammer
most of the time
seconds.
they take only a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm like almost half my plate is like stuffing, and then I've got mashed potatoes with gravy and then
Have
turkey.
you done this before? Allie's, I didn't know people did this until I met Allie's family, but they do like mashed potatoes and then they make a little bowl with their mashed potatoes and then they put their stuffing right into that
Oh.
and all the gravy on top. It's real like
I don't
it's
think
really good. And the gravy on top of the stuffing like makes it like really moist, but it doesn't get soggy. It's really good.
So almost like a good breakfast.
Yeah, it's like wait. Does breakfast cereal criteria, is that the same as stuffing criteria? Crunch factor, flavor, and
how quickly it goes
sogginess.
soggy.
Yeah, how quickly it goes soggy. Cause soggy stuffing's not good.
Yeah. Well,
And
I mean,
dry stuffing's not
with
good.
with stuffing, you're not. I mean, you can put gravy on it,
Yeah.
but usually you're not adding a liquid to it. So
But would you say that's
sogginess
criteria
and crunch factor would like basically be combined
the same
into
Okay.
one. So it'd be
It's
crunch
like
factor.
on a scale of like dryness to moistness. Like okay.
Yeah, you gotta find something that's like, somewhere in the middle, not too dry, not too
Yeah.
moist, and then flavor, obviously. Oh man, those little herbs and spices.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Thanksgiving dinner now.
I'm so excited, man. I've been thinking about it not just all day. We went and visited Allie's family this last weekend, and I've been thinking about it since we went up there because we're going back up there. So
Oh yeah.
well, yeah. Let us know what your favorite Thanksgiving food is. Also, what your favorite cereal is.
Yeah.
And if you comment, because we don't know who likes and subscribes, but if you comment, we'll probably give you a shout next time.
Yeah,
Because there'll only be like 5 of you. It's easy to give shouts to 5 people.
That's right.
So yeah.
Yeah, tell your friends if they want a shout out in a YouTube video or a /podcast.
Yeah.
We might turn this into a podcast. Looking like
Yeah.
we probably will.
Yeah, it'll be both, most likely. Yeah.
You can get a shout out if you just comment
Just
your
comment.
favorite
Yeah.
Thanksgiving food and cereal. But
Anyways.
that's it for today.
Yep.
Feel free to like, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Let us know any feedback. We're totally open. We're just getting started on this thing, so
Yeah. And like always, leave your 2 cents in the comments.
peace out, guys.